Hi, it's Speculoos here. Welcome to 28 and 28. You know, I have a friend who used to always say that if horses were actually intelligent, they'd be leading us around. And I get the joke, right? They're so big and strong that they must be stupid to just do everything that we ask them to do. But I don't find horses stupid at all. Like when we look at everything that they're capable of doing and learning, I don't know how you can describe them as stupid. In fact, the word I would use to describe horses always is generous. I remember years ago, used to event a little bit, and there would always be one course or one jump on the cross country course that you couldn't see on the other side. So of course, as the rider, you've walked the course and you know it's safe on the other side. But every time my horse would jump into space, just because he trusted me, I would almost start to cry on the cross country course. I can't believe they're so generous to do that. I mean, I know it's safe, but he didn't know it was safe, and it used to just always amaze me. And like with Dex that time when we had that little autistic boy here, and he was screaming and wailing and making so much noise that everything in Dex should have been like, oh my God, get this off my back. And yet that we put that little boy on his back. As it turned out, he got quite quiet once he sat on Dex's back. But the fact was that Dexus allowed us to approach and raise this child up and over onto his back, and he just carried that little boy around like it was the most precious cargo, and it was just the most wonderful thing to see. And again, I can't think of any other word besides generosity for something like that. And then I had another school horse, Legacy, and he used to be a guy that, like if you didn't get him exactly right to the fence, or everything wasn't just perfect, he would either run out or he would quit right at the bottom of the fence, and that was his game plan sometimes. But one day this little girl really, really, really wanted to try riding a whole course. She'd just jumped little fences. She was in summer camp, so she wasn't, she didn't have that much experience, but she was just begging us to. And so we put the whole course down to just tiny little cross rails for her, and she was going to ride Legacy. And so I set her out there to go, and there she is in her little 2-point position, and she's coming up to all these fences. She never even steered. Like, she just sort of would kind of desperately look at something, and Legacy would go, oh, okay, you mean over there? And off he'd go. It's just such a generous act on his part. So the bottom line is, I wouldn't listen to anybody who says the horse is stupid. I would use instead the word generous. I think the horses are incredibly generous. It's the gift that they give us, and we should always be grateful. Remember to thank your horse, and we'll talk to you soon.